Once, in a quiet village located between rolling hills, there lived an old man named Jack. He was known for his wisdom, but also for his criticizing nature. Jack had a deep desire to impart his knowledge to the younger generation, and he had chosen a young student named Ethan to be his cottage. Ethan was a patient and kind-hearted young man who had a genuine eagerness to learn from Jack. Despite the old man's often gruff demeanor and sharp criticism, Ethan remained steadfast in his pursuit of wisdom. He believed there was something more to Jack beneath the surface. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the village, Jack invited Ethan to join him on his porch. Jack's weathered face was etched with the lines of a lifetime filled with both joy and sorrow. He looked at Ethan with a hint of sadness in his eyes and began to speak. "Ethan, my boy, I've been thinking a lot lately about my own past," Jack said with a sigh. "I've always been known as a harsh critic, especially to my own family. There's a story from my life that I've never shared with anyone, and I believe it's time you heard it." Ethan listened attentively as Jack began to recount his tale. Many years ago, Jack had a son named David. David was a bright, ambitious young man, full of dreams and aspirations. But he was also sensitive and prone to self-doubt. Jack, in his relentless pursuit of perfection, had never hesitated to criticize David's every move. "I believed that my criticisms would toughen him up, make him stronger," Jack admitted. "But I failed to see that I was slowly breaking his spirit." As Jack's story unfolded, he described how, over time, his son had distanced himself from him. David grew resentful of his father's constant disapproval and decided to leave the village, seeking a life away from the weight of his father's judgment. "I thought I was pushing him to be better, but I was driving him away," Jack continued, his voice filled with regret. "I lost my son, Ethan, because I couldn't see the damage my criticism was causing. By the time I realized my mistake, it was too late. David was gone, and I never had a chance to apologize." Tears welled up in Jack's eyes, and for the first time, Ethan saw the vulnerability hidden beneath the old man's gruff exterior. "Ethan," Jack said, his voice trembling, "I've spent years regretting my actions, the words I can never take back. I've come to understand that true wisdom lies not just in what we know, but in how we use that knowledge. Don't make the same mistake I did. Be kind and patient with those you care about, for they may not always be there." Ethan nodded, deeply moved by Jack's story. He realized that behind the tough exterior, the old man had been trying to protect him from the pain of regret. From that day forward, their student-teacher relationship deepened, marked by a newfound understanding and compassion. Jack had learned his lesson, and through his own vulnerability, he had imparted a valuable lesson to Ethan about the importance of kindness and empathy. Together, they continued their journey of learning, now bound not only by knowledge but also by the bonds of a heartfelt connection between generations.